Welcome to the Revenge of podcast, your weekly podcast for all things Revenge of and more. My name is Jeff Iser, and today we've got a very special one shot. We're joined in the studio by writer, actress, Iman Vellani.
Writer, actor, actress.
I know, I started with writer because I think we're going to talk more about that than anything else.
Yes,
you know?
let's.
So let's call you writer, actress.
Love it. This is my first time really talking out loud about the comic. I've been holed up in my tiny little room.
Yeah.
In Markham, Ontario. It's still my childhood bedroom that I grew up in.
Oh my God.
So it's like a time capsule of just like my nerdum exploded on the walls.
I love that.
And now to talk with real nerds about it is
I
crazy.
think from what I hear, I think you might out nerd me. Like I
Really?
play the part of like knowing everything about comics, but I'm mostly faking it.
I thought I was too.
Well, I think that's kind of like everyone
Okay,
is
we're all
like
frauds.
faking it. You know what I mean? But you just got to fake it till you make it.
We've made it.
Look at us now,
Yeah.
world. Look at us now. So you are here in town. You did a little, I don't know what to call it. It was like a play, but like a pilot
it's a
reading.
pilot presentation.
Yeah.
Hybrid play. Fun time.
Thing, musical situation.
Sort of. It was about the making of the Spider-Man musical on Broadway. That was a total disaster.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about it.
Really?
Yeah.
It was so infamous at the time. And like, it's surprising to me that, I mean, I guess it's probably an issue with like the rights or whatever, but it's surprising that there hasn't been anything written about it yet or made. But I did
a comic about it would be super fun.
A comic would be so good. Like it's so like Inception of the whole thing. But I didn't make it to the show, but I watched the live stream here. We've got like a big projector, and so we watched it large. Ooh. And it was good.
You
I
sound
enjoyed
surprised.
myself. No, I mean, listen, you guys rehearsed here in the warehouse, and so I was in my office, like doing whatever, and I just hear just random like Lion King sounds. Like Randall Park was here doing a very
impression,
very weird Stan Lee, and
that man could not say Mjolnir for the life of him.
we were noticed.
Oh my God, I had to be like mule, like a mule is nearby. It was so funny,
and we're like good friends with Gabe Luna.
Okay.
And so Ben Blacker, who wrote and directed the show, was like, yeah, he's playing Bono. And I'm like, okay.
And the Green Goblin.
Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was bizarre not knowing anything about it and hearing it in the background. But then we watched it and it all made sense.
I hope so. It was a really fun time.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to watch. I wish I had gone now. But what I did want to say is like, you were like the perfect like sitcom like buddy in it.
Nice.
I don't know. You were just exuding like this role was made for me.
It really felt like that. Not only am I in town just for that, like to be in a like sitcom parody of the Spider-Man musical. I'm living so graciously, thanks to you, behind the comic book store.
Yeah.
In the most like man cavey that I've now called Iman Cave.
Yeah.
So trademark that.
From now on, it will be known as such.
Yes, I need it plastered in wood. But it just felt so perfect, and everyone's such a nerd, and they're so happy to be there. It's so rare that like, I mean, I'm not in LA enough to have these kinds of experiences all the time, but like when I do, it's so cool because everyone's just there because they want to be.
Yeah, well, we've certainly we've cultivated this like community here, this compound, if you will, over the last couple of years, and it's like everyone's just kind of a nerd in their own way, whether it's like Magic the Gathering or comic books or what have you, coffee even. So everyone's like stoked to be here. So we're glad to have you. We're glad to have you.
Here.
So writer actress, what? So there's so many nowadays. It feels like there's so many actors that are jumping in and writing a book. But from what I understand, you are. This is something you always wanted to do.
Yeah, but it wasn't something I like even allowed myself to think that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I like my experience with the Marvel fandom it's been very pure, and I grew up with it.
Yeah.
But I had like a lot of male friends growing up, and so the only way to one-up them is to just know more about the source material.
Totally.
So I started reading comics, only Iron Man comics. And I knew everything about the character. And then my comic book store owner, his name's Andre, and he's like the sweetest man and has been such an influence to my taste.
Yeah.
And he introduced me to Miss Marvel after I accidentally picked up Invincible Iron Man, and it was Riri Williams, not Tony Stark. And I was like, who is this girl on the cover? She's brown and she's not even in the book. And Marvel does this all the time where they put characters who are not in the book on the cover.
All the time.
Yeah, but you know, it worked. It got me curious. And then I read my first Miss Marvel. And so it was then Iron Man and Miss Marvel only.
Yeah, and you were like, wait a minute, this is me in this book.
Yeah, and that was like the first real representation I had. Because it, again, like all my idols were middle-aged white men and I adore them. But you just don't see yourself in that position. Like film and TV and comics, it was all dominated by middle-aged white men. Yeah. And I wanted to that was for them. That was not a space I could occupy.
Yeah.
And then Miss Marvel happened and I was like, how are like brown people made this? They're working on this. They get paid for this. And I obviously like got Miss Marvel, and that was my very first audition I had ever done.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I got the part, I kid you not, on my last day of high school.
That's so crazy.
And I graduated high school during COVID, so I had a very like abrupt ending to my teen years.
Yeah.
Where like high school ended on a random Tuesday in March, and then I auditioned for Miss Marvel like through a WhatsApp forward.
That's okay.
That looks so sketch. Turns out it was real. And like the year prior, I cosplayed as Miss Marvel.
Oh my God. Are those pictures out there?
Yeah.
Oh no. Is it embarrassing now?
No, I'm like really charmed by it now.
Yeah.
I like don't even, my 14-year-old self is like the most pure version of my fandom that will probably ever exist.
Yeah.
She didn't even know what was going to happen. She was just doing it because she loved it.
It's very pure.
Yeah.
Like the story itself is like
totally.
fantastic.
I have to believe in fate now.
Yeah.
It's so
no
frustrating. And I'm someone who's like so anal that I like need to plan every second of my future. And now I don't know what to expect. And I'm kind of keeping it that way. Comics also happen really randomly. Because after doing Miss Marvel, I was like, you know, there really aren't any Miss Marvel books on the shelves. Like, if people want to go check out the source material after watching the show, they're not going to have any new runs to go to.
Yeah.
Like, I think I can do a better job. And
so is that how this came about? Like, you reached out and you're like, I want to do this.
No, I was crashing at our Miss Marvel producer. Her name's Sana Amanat. She also co-created the character in the comics. And I was living with her. And I was ranting to her about the comics. And she was like, well, you know, if you think you can do a better job, I can make a couple calls.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, sure, do it. And she did and got Kevin Feige's blessing. And then a month later, I was pitching my story to editorial. And I was like, I want to, you know, age her up, put her in college, do all these different things. And they were like, amazing. We love it. We're not going to do any of it, but we're killing her.
Oh, that's
bringing her back as a mutant. You get to deal with her next storyline. And I was like, that's powerful. I thought they were going to humor me with like a little one shot or something. Yeah. But
you got a whole four issues and then another 4.
Yeah, I did 2 miniseries and like an annual and another something that was actually a one shot. So 10 in total. And like, you know, I pitched in February and they wanted a script early March.
Oh my God.
And I had never written anything publicly. I didn't understand the comic format for the script.
Honestly, I don't think anyone does. Like, from what I understand, because we have a mutual friend, probably lots of mutual friends, but Jerry Duggan, who
sweet
is
man.
like, he like Sherpas everyone into the comic industry and like teaches people how to write and stuff. And we've had conversations with him about like, maybe we should write something. And like, everyone has their own way, it seems like.
Yeah, that's what I realized. Like, so I had a co-writer, Saber Perzada, who's amazing, and we would split everything in half. So he would do, you know, first 15 pages, or I would do the first 15 pages, and then we'd like share. He was writing in a different font. He like his formatting was different. I like was writing in hyper detail.
Yeah.
You know, what's in the foreground, what's in the background, the exact facial expressions, and you can't just write like happy, sad, confused. You know, that's a podcast too. You have to be like, it's the face you make when your mom gives you the last cookie in the jar. You know, like something where the artist can take it and like insert themselves into that feeling. Because, you know, comic artists are the actors that you have.
Yeah.
And so it was such an intense learning opportunity. I mean, same with MCU. Like, I had never acted on camera before.
Yeah.
And I learned on the job. Learned comics on the job. now I feel like I have a grip on like my taste and what I
The
love about the medium.
process.
Yeah, and so
Yeah, I've heard that other people have explained it to us where it's like writing a letter to the artist
yes,
essentially, and you can do that in any way that makes you comfortable with like
yeah.
the process.
The hard part is like not knowing your artist.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh, so this is like an anonymous. What is it? The when you were a kid and you would write letters to like that random person in like Africa or
a pen
something.
pal.
Pen pal. It's like I don't even know who this guy is. I only see him over email.
Yeah,
It was very strange because Marvel has their like pool of artists that they kind of like
yeah,
cycle through, and they are so good at what they do. And they're so seasoned that I felt like I didn't want to overstep and give them too many directions. I was notorious for
right.
giving too many notes.
That's what I would be worried about. Like, am I saying too much? Am I saying not enough?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want this thing to be bad, but
hmm
it's
And I didn't
tough.
know how many people were like not telling me what's up because they're like, oh, she's the star. Like, we
Yeah,
don't want to like give her too much feedback. I was like, no,
right.
but I wanted. I like genuinely wanted to learn. And I have such a deep curiosity and fascination for like the medium in general. I think it's like probably the most freedom you can have
Yeah, for
as a
sure.
writer. Anything goes. There's no budget limitations.
Yeah,
I my issues 4 and 5 for the book I'm writing now, which we'll get to, haven't been drawn yet. I can change
yeah.
it to be whatever I want.
And the sky's the limit.
Truly.
Yeah, that's another piece of advice we've gotten is like, um, whatever you do, make sure it's something you can only do in comics.
hmm
So like, budget doesn't matter, like none of
No.
that. But going back to the thing you were saying about giving notes, it's funny because we did a exclusive cover for a book with Francesco Francavilla, who's
Ooh.
like amazing, right?
hmm
But the first draft we did not like.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you say, I mean, it's like good, but like not what we were looking for. And so we had some back and forth, and it was, he was open to the notes, but we didn't know how to go about saying anything.
Yeah. I also like at a very young age, like started working with so many adults that I like revered. And I had this problem's a strong word, but at Marvel, like I was calling out like continuity errors while we were filming certain scenes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know the Reddit nerds are going to call it out. I'm calling it out now. You have the opportunity to fix it now. But these things have to get like approved by 40 different producers and
Yeah.
all that. But like, I got so lucky that I was given so much space to express myself at Marvel. All
Hmm.
the producers that I was working with on both the show and the film like really respected my opinion
Yeah.
because they knew if we don't listen to her, we're gonna hear it later on Reddit. And I was like, yeah, so they really used me as their like secret weapon in a way. And because I was given that freedom at 18 years old, I like felt very comfortable pitching to Kevin. I
Yeah.
felt very comfortable sharing my ideas, and that kind of I think made its way into the comics too, where I was like,
Yeah.
even if we don't have the time to do all the notes that I'm giving, like at least I know that I can give them. I have a voice and
Yeah.
it's being heard.
That's nice.
That's what was important to
That's a
me.
powerful lesson to learn at 18 years old. Is that when you started on the show?
17.
17. My God.
Yeah, they were lucky that like I turned 18 like right before we started principal photography.
Yeah. Saved him a ton of money, I bet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they could work me.
Yeah.
hmm Um,
We watched the show. We enjoyed it. We just
thanks.
rewatched The Marvels.
Oh,
Also enjoyed
does
it.
it hold up?
Yeah, I think so. Like the first time we waited for streaming originally when we
hmm
watched it, and like we both had a really good time. Like
Yeah,
it was a good time.
it's a good time.
Yeah, and that's all it needs to be.
I had a great time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure you did. Nia DaCosta, right?
Nia
It was
DaCosta.
incredible.
She's so good. She's also, I don't know if people know this, like she's such a nerd. My first
Yeah.
time hanging out with her, we were like at dinner and she was like pitching me her blue sky, what she would do for an Avengers movie.
Oh my God.
And I was just sitting there like, tell me more. Please enlighten me. I like was so enamored by her passion because she like first I was very intimidated by her presence. She's so cool and
Yeah.
has this like incredible aura, and then she just unravels with like her nerdom. And
Love
I
that.
was like sharing comics with her, and we were exchanging books on set, and she just like made it a very comfortable environment too.
Yeah.
So that was an easy transition from the show because I had
Show.
like a week literally between doing the show and the movie.
Oh my God.
So
Wow. And you were on the show. How long did it take to shoot the show?
the show, God, like a year and a half maybe,
Yeah.
and then it's so weird because all the years of COVID just are like one
Yeah.
amalgam. I can't separate them.
Well, I mean, it was like your most formative years.
Yes. Yes. I think I got the part in 2020, and then we shot until the next summer, and then a couple weeks later I went to London for the film, and then we basically shot the film for like 2 years on and off because we had reshoots. So I was just in it for like 3 years basically.
Nia DaCosta, she killed it with Candyman, right? That was that.
Have you seen Bone Temple?
And Bone Temple is so good, which is like not getting the streaming numbers it should.
Same with Hedda. Her adaptation of Hedda Gabler is phenomenal.
I didn't see that one, but I know what you're talking about.
It's on Prime. I really urge everyone to watch it because it's such a great character piece. Tessa Thompson plays Hedda, and it all takes place in one room.
Yeah.
And you're so locked in.
Tessa was in The Marvels. Were you on set for that day?
I met her once. She's so cool. Great. She's really cool. Yeah. Also, someone just like she walks into a room and you're like, oh, bow down. Yeah.
What is Nia? Joe, you said Nia is going on?
Sex Criminals.
Sex Criminals. Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. I love those books. And then I saw Kumail was producing it. And
oh my God.
Then I was telling Nia, I was like, oh my God, I love Sex Criminals. She's like, I'm going to direct it.
That's like, so cool.
Stop it.
That's a book that people are still sleeping on nowadays. Like we get the hardcovers in, they have the coolest hardcovers. Have you seen them?
I haven't. I have a couple of the trades, but I don't think
the hardcover has like a fake dust jacket.
The dust jacket is real. The interior hardcover is fake.
Oh, and it says like,
so you're not putting Sex Criminal on the shelf is the idea.
I see.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Oh, mine is on full display.
The first one, if you take the dust jacket off, is something like how to rationalize putting down your dog.
Oh yeah.
It's just very Chip and Matt.
Yeah, Chip Zdarsky's great. He's been here once. He's a fellow Canadian, right?
Yes. Yeah. He is.
Yeah, he wasn't traveling for the longest time, but he's been here one time and we had him sign like a slew of things. But
cool guy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what can I ask about the film? I didn't want to focus too much on like the film, the show, and all this stuff because I feel like that's probably all you ever talk about.
Not really. I mean, like I was on strike when the film came out, so I couldn't talk about it at all.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a nightmare.
Kevin Feige calls me the most lucky person.
Yeah, because like literally COVID. And then the strike.
I shot the whole show during COVID, so we didn't have like a wrap party or half of my auditions happened over Zoom. And then the movie was during the strike, and then we had reshoots, and it was a messy time and a great time.
That
and
movie's
I was coming of age.
It's got one of the one of the best like post credit scenes that I'm still waiting for a payoff on, which we probably will never get, but or maybe we will. I don't know. Are we gonna see Miss Marvel again? You can't say anything.
Next question.
I'm still hoping for that Young Avengers team up because the Ironheart show is amazing.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah.
That character got me into Miss Marvel. I love Ironheart. I think she's like so underused.
Yeah.
Even in comics. Like
so
people
good.
need to keep doing stuff with her. I will say I'm personally more of a Champions fan than Young Avengers. I think the storylines are way more relevant.
Sure. Okay.
But I also none of us are going to be young by the time they get around to that.
I know. Yeah. I mean, Catherine Newton is like incredible.
Yeah.
And
Haley
is incredible in that role.
Yeah.
That show was great too. I mean, honestly, a lot of those shows that came out like right at the beginning, like Hawkeye and Winter Soldier, those those are all so good. WandaVision, my God.
That's such personality.
Yeah.
That's what I love. It really felt like the comics, you know.
Yeah.
Especially WandaVision, even Moon Knight. Like it was so singular, and I love Miss Marvel for that reason.
My friend Terry Metalis is doing Vision Quest. He wrote and directed and show ran all that stuff. So
yeah, me too. I love those characters. I've stopped asking for spoilers now. First, when I got into the MCU, I was like, I have a duty on behalf of all fans everywhere to know everything. And so I would ask Kevin and everybody to just share things with me. And they were so excited to see my reactions, but they would be like, are you sure? Are you sure? Do you want it spoiled? And I was like, I have to have it spoiled. I must take advantage of this power.
Yeah, you
and
must.
Now I'm kind of I think I want to be surprised.
I feel like it would be harder to know and not spoil others than to like.
I'm very good at that.
Really?
Yeah, I like
wouldn't be able to
holding
do
it in. It just feels like a power move for me that I know something that you don't.
Tom Holland, on the other hand,
Tom Holland, on the other hand,
spoils everything. We finally caught up on Daredevil Born Again. Also,
I have 2 episodes left.
oh, it's good.
Yes, I know.
It's very good.
I got to visit the set of season 3 that they were shooting in New York. Oh my God.
Yeah, they're doing it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so good. And then we haven't watched Punisher yet either, but we're gonna the one off. But I never saw any of the Netflix stuff for Punisher. I didn't see the Netflix stuff for Daredevil either. So, but
that you should watch if you like Born Again.
I keep telling him he needs to go back and watch that.
I know.
They know what they were doing.
Yeah, I'm very bad about like going back and watching old stuff because I feel like my schedule is too full of new stuff.
Oh, I see. But it doesn't feel like homework. As soon as you start watching it, you get so sucked in because the world is really like it's so well developed. The characters are still fresh in all the actors' heads, so like they're really giving it their all.
Yeah.
Same with the director. Like it's a great show.
The new seasons have done a really good job of like incorporating comic stuff too. Like season 1 had all that David Mack art everywhere, and he's another friend of the shop and awesome.
Cool.
But let's talk more about comics, I guess. Let's see, what are you reading right now?
What am I reading right now? I just started the Enfield Gang Massacre that Jacob Phillips did. He did a cover for me recently.
Yeah.
And I'm so in love with his work.
That
his
book
dad's
is
work.
so cool.
Yeah.
Like I have not read it, but it looks cool, I should say.
It's cool. The art, like I love Jacob's work as a colorist.
Yeah.
I think he has such a great handle because he doesn't focus on realism at all. It's so moody.
Yeah.
The sunsets, the tone, it's perfect for his style too. So I'm really enjoying that. I love Chew.
Yeah.
Chew's great.
Mm-hmm. We just started getting it back in stock. That's another one we're trying to like push on people.
Yeah. I don't know if it's popular or not. Like I have no concept of what people are reading because I don't have a lot of friends in comics. It's only when I get to talk about the ones that I'm working on.
And
that I'm
definitely don't go online because that's a whole cesspool there.
Yes. I mean, I'm on all the Reddit forums, but like they don't feel like real people to me.
Yeah.
Like I just grew up like arguing with probably middle-aged men and prepubescent boys alike.
Yep.
So
that's how it is.
Yeah. And I'm one of them. But no, God, so much. A lot of Ed Brubaker. I met Ed Brubaker on the weekend.
Oh my God. This weekend? Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I sang Piano Man with Jerry Duggan and Ed Brubaker. And I'm still trying to figure out if that was a dream or not. It was the weirdest like thing that has ever happened in my life, I think. But it was so fun. And Ed's like he's been a big inspiration for like the book that I was writing now. So
his show's coming out soon too. Yeah, it sounds like it's going well. It's a HBO, right?
Amazon Criminal. Yeah.
Oh cool. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Jerry just loves to like bring Ed Brubaker by.
I know. You know? Ben was telling me that Ed's coming to the Spectacular show that we were doing. I was like, I didn't mentally prepare for this. What am I going to say to him? Like the only thing I knew about him was obviously his work, but his author photo has his hand in front of his face. And I was like, oh, that's a guy who doesn't like people.
Yeah.
He's not going to talk to me. I'm just like a little girl. Like, but then we hit it off. And he before he left the party, he was like, it feels like we've known each other for a very long time. And he left me with that. And I like journaled all night about meeting Ed Brubaker and singing with him. And it was
so awesome.
Great.
The elusive Ed Brubaker. We've tried to get him so many times. We do this big convention thing in November every year with Patton Oswalt and Jordan Bloom. And it's like Comic Creators Block Party, it's called. And so last year we had like 105 creators. It's like a mini con. We do it here and in the parking lot.
Cute.
And we've been trying to get Ed to come, and he's always like busy or something. And then last year he just showed up with Jerry, and he didn't sign anything. He was just like hanging out. And then some people spotted him and were just like freaking out about it.
He really is elusive. He still has an iPhone with a home button.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I love it.
It's like this big.
Yeah. I respect. Yeah, I love the guy. Fade Out was like a big inspiration for the book that I was writing right now because it's also set in like old Hollywood. What else? I love Jerry's stuff. Jerry's actually his Infinity Countdown that he did in like, God, 2016 or something was the first monthlies I ever started buying because my parents would give me like a $20 allowance and I had to really take care of my finances if I wanted McDonald's and comic books.
Yeah.
So yeah, I picked one monthly and it was his. And
That's
now
awesome.
I know him and he's like, he mentored me when I was writing my X-Men Miss Marvel book.
Yeah.
And yeah, I adore him.
So I grabbed, we have copies of the Miss Marvel book. I was going to dive in before this, and then I realized this is dense. There's a lot going on in this book.
There is.
And I was like, I mean, I keep trying to jump into X-Men here and there, but it's like, there's so many, it's difficult to find an entry point like right now, you know? Like I tried to jump in after Jerry's run, but again, it was like, you know, it was kind of crazy. But
I don't know. It's tough because I read Fantastic Four. Like that was the main group that I followed when I got into comics.
Yeah.
And then when editorial told me that like Miss Marvel was going to be a mutant and like she'll be interacting with a lot of the X-Men, I got so scared because I had a month to not only learn how to write comics, but to read all the X-Men books. Like I was so intimidated by that world that I didn't know where to start, you know? But I don't know. House of X, I think, was like the main source for me.
House of X is who wrote that one?
Hickman.
Yeah, Jonathan Hickman.
Yeah.
He can do no wrong.
No
really.
wrong.
He wrote that Avengers Alien one, right? That was him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Avengers
Alien versus Avengers.
Alien versus Avengers.
Like Alien.
Yeah, like Alien.
Oh.
It was so good. It had no right to be any good, but it was actually good.
He really puts his all into the story. Like I don't understand how that man like managed that much story just with the X books that he was writing because it was like House of X and Powers of 10 or X or whatever the title is. It's so dense.
Yeah.
And it's so like expansive and oh my God, so much is happening and every character has an arc. Same with Secret Wars. Like those books came out over the course of maybe like 3 years. I have no idea how they're going to put it into a 2-hour movie. Like,
yeah, none of us do.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited. They seem to know what they're doing. But yeah, Hickman has a brain that I would love to study. But his books for X-Men were like very valuable to me.
Did you get any input with like the covers and such on Miss Marvel?
This is a topic.
Because let me say this first.
Yes.
I thought in both the Miss Marvel runs, there were some of the best Momokos I think I've ever seen.
Yeah?
Yes.
Thanks.
Like the best.
I was really happy with that.
So your writing career is blossoming, from what I hear. And you have a new book coming out that has not yet been announced, or I guess by the time we drop this, it will hopefully announce like minutes before.
Yeah.
So it's with Image
and Tiny Onion.
And Tiny Onion, which like when you said that the other day, I was like, oh, this girl knows her stuff as she's saying Tiny Onion. Cause like, I mean, that's the place you want to be.
Truly.
You know?
I was so nervous to pitch them the idea. I'm such a big fan of Something's Killing the Children.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know Tiny Onion was an option. I first like went to Boom and then Jerry was helping me like figure out where to take this story because it was also my first time writing something by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted the freedom of an indie publisher to like create whatever I wanted, but also someone who can like kind of hold my hand in places I needed it.
I mean, that's Tiny Onion for sure.
Exactly.
Like the people there are just like incredibly nice.
They have been in the business for so long and they like read comics for a living, but also for fun. And so like those are the people you want to work with where they know the source material in and out and they know their own taste well enough to like kind of guide you without like taking over. And so my editor, Eric Harburn, who legend, he's been around for so long and he's done so many amazing books, was so helpful in just like kind of streamlining the story because I come in with so many ideas and so many storylines and like he helps just simplify everything. And is also like a really great cheerleader.
So tell me about the new book. It's called
Chachu.
Okay.
Which in Urdu is like your dad's younger brother. We have very specific names for each relative. It's not just aunt and uncle. It's like Chachu, Chachi, Pupa. Like it keeps going. So I had obviously a very strange entrance into adulthood. And
you don't say.
Yes. But I was so obsessed with the adult. as a concept. Like I wanted to be them, and I wanted like Kevin Feige to respect me and see me on his level, and like
I think that's a fairly universal feeling.
yeah, like but I also just kind of put them on a pedestal and deified the portrait of the adult as these like all-knowing, all-powerful, never incorrect beings.
Yeah.
And so I like didn't challenge them, and like I just wanted all their wisdom. And so I started writing Marvel comics, and then like I was surrounded by all these adults all the time at work. Like on the Marvels, there was no one younger than like 35.
Yeah.
And I was there in London for 2 years, living by myself. And I basically aged myself up to be this like 40-year-old trapped in an 18-year-old's body.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. Couldn't tell. I was just like so frustrated by the trappings of my youth, and I wanted to do something about it. So I just like pretended that I was not 18, and like had all these personal and professional relationships with the adults around me. And that kind of was pierced when I really got to know them and realized that, oh my God, they actually are doing life for the first time, just like me.
Yeah.
And they don't really know what they're doing either. And
no one does.
no.
Ever.
But it was like such a shock to the system that I like had mythologized all the adults, and turns out like they're kind of pathetic sometimes. And I loved it. Truly, it didn't feel like a moment of crashing out and being like, oh, nothing's real. What do I do with my life?
Yeah.
It honestly gave me a lot of peace to age. But at that time, I like really wanted to expedite my aging. So this book, Chachu, the character, he's like an amalgamation of all the adults that I kind of grew very close to in that very specific time in my life. Like, I do not think I could write this book now. It's really about like coming into my 20s, the morning of your teen years before they're ending. Like, I was so hyper aware of my aging because all of the like adult milestones, I was hitting them one after another. Like mortgages, booking my own dentist appointments. Like I got all of that in the span of like less than a year. And I was like, so I'm an adult, right? Like I checked all the boxes. Why don't I feel like a real person yet? But yeah, so I kind of channel all that into a book, and it's about this girl named Layla who is living in 1970s California. She goes to meet her estranged uncle, who's this like semi-retired private investigator who gained brief fame after marrying this Hollywood starlet that he was initially hired to find. And she's hoping to expedite her coming of age by just like, she feels that like he is the key to her becoming, and that he can inform her about who she is and who her father was that she never knew. But when she gets to him, his wife goes mysteriously missing.
Oh no.
And so she's thrown into like this very thrilling investigation with him.
Cool.
All across Vegas and the desert. And I like personally love coming of age stories. I love road trip buddy movies, and I love 1970s neo-noir set in California.
What's your favorite road trip buddy movie?
Oh my God. Paper Moon? Have you seen that one? Peter Bogdanovich?
Have I seen that one?
I think
I
like
don't know.
60s. It's old.
Yeah.
But it's so charming. Tatum O'Neal, she was like 8 years old. She's the youngest person ever to win an Oscar.
Yeah, that's right.
For that movie. I love that movie. I love Paris, Texas.
That was such a highbrow answer. I thought you were going to say Road Trip or Thelma and Louise
I could
or
have
something.
gone more. Yeah. I was like, how pretentious do I go? But genuinely, that was like one of the big inspirations. I was like, I want to do like a coming of age story of the Pakistani love child of like The Long Goodbye and Paris, Texas and Paper Moon.
Yeah.
And like After Sun.
Well, I saw a bunch of the A covers.
Did you?
Or not A covers, issue number 1 covers.
Yes.
And they are all awesome. And like what you're describing, I immediately got that vibe from like seeing them.
Yeah.
And I assume with this one you had much more input into like artists and all that sort of stuff.
All the input.
Because this is like creator owned your first thing.
I think like because coming into this, I knew what kind of comics I liked. I was still exploring my taste, but I wanted to write something mature, but like not shy away from getting fantastical. And because I still have an idealized version of, who I am in my life. Like it's slowly dulling out as I get older, but I'm holding on to that little piece of me. And it was like extremely heightened at like 19, 20 years old. And so I just wanted an artist. So my artist, her name's Mariana Ignazi. She just did some stuff on Exquisite Corpses with James.
Yep.
And, Catwoman. She's this Italian woman. She's so cool. And like you know, she didn't speak like a lot of English. We could communicate fine, but then we ended up like sharing Pinterest boards, and like she introduced me to Parker by Darwin Cook, and like a lot of our references were just like how we communicated, and I loved that way of collaboration because I was going into it, I was like very strong about what I wanted out of this. I was like, this is a learning opportunity. It's like a glorified creative exercise, albeit a very public and expensive one. But I just
those are the best, though.
Yeah, and I just like want to work with people who want to work with me and want to learn together.
Yeah.
And Mariana had never done something noir, and like I wanted someone who can add a little like femininity to the classic noir stuff that we've seen before, and she just got it so quickly. And what I love about her work is she's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Like her characters feel like they carry weight. And that was the most important thing to me. I didn't want someone who was just going to copy paste the same expression across 8 panels. I wanted someone who can like tell the story just so I had to do less through the dialogue too.
The ability of some of these artists just like blows my mind. Like I don't even know how to wrap my head around like the process of how they do. I mean, everyone does it differently, but yeah, it's incredible.
It's so cool, and she just understood the story so quickly. All her covers too are mind blowing.
Yeah.
And I like didn't even at a certain point I didn't even have to hold her hand anymore. I was just like, you know what you're doing.
There was a Christian Ward cover in there I saw,
He
which
was
is
my
awesome.
number. I gave like Eric my dream scenario list of all of the cover artists I would die for, and we got all of them.
Really?
I was so blessed.
Who's the list? Let's run it
Christian
down.
Ward was my number one. He did this Black Bolt run with Saladin Ahmed that like floored me.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. And I'm like, I know my book's like not fantastical enough for him to like do interiors, but I need him on a cover.
Yeah.
And we got him, and then we have Matt Taylor, who did a really cool one. Oh my God, I'm again blanking on everyone's names.
There's so many.
There's so many. Jacob Phillips, he's been great. Anand R.K., also really good. Pulitzer Prize winning now.
Yeah,
like
no big.
what? Yeah. We Tula Lote.
Oh, yep.
Yep. Great. Who else?
Anyone who haven't gotten yet that is still on that list?
I mean, Sean Phillips. But talk about out of my league. But I guess now that I know Ed Brubaker.
Now that you and Ed Brubaker are best friends.
We're besties.
The sky's the limit.
Exactly. For the next one. But no, I just like, I feel really fulfilled coming out of this. I'm still learning. I mean, I wrote the story 2 years ago, basically. And so seeing issue 1 being kind of locked in, and I'm like reading it back and I'm like, oh, I should have changed those lines. And like that always happens where you know it could have been better. So part of me.
But that's good. That means that you're learning or you're growing from each thing.
Exactly.
You know?
So the next thing will be even better. And then I'll again have the same feelings of like, I should have done
this way.
Yeah.
How many issues are we getting?
We're getting 5.
Okay.
And that's it.
And that's it. And then one and done.
One and done.
Yeah.
I love the medium, and I love how like elastic it kind of is with its ability to like hold contradiction. And for a character who wants to grow up but is also mourning being young, like that felt really perfect, especially like having it in a neo-noir backdrop, because that genre too, like noir is so fascinating to me because
for sure.
Those like Humphrey Bogarts and Robert Mitchum's, they kind of defined what manhood was, and they were like authoritative, they were certain, they got the girl, they knew what they were doing, and they looked cool with doing it. And the world kind of needed that image of masculinity after all those wars, you know? Like we needed certainty. And then you get like all those amazing movies from the 40s and 50s. Enter the 70s, and the private investigator still exists, but they're kind of confused and outmatched and pathetic, and they don't always get the girl. And so they're like still kind of living up to the Humphrey Bogart figure, but society doesn't really allow that kind of authority anymore because we've gotten too self-aware. Be like, a trench coat and fedora. It's 80 degrees out. What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know? So that to me was really fascinating because it felt like all the men in those movies, like Gene Hackman in Night Moves or like Paul Newman in this movie called Harper, like those were big, or Ellie Gould and The Long Goodbye, like they're lonely and they're sad, and I just want to give them a hug, but I know they'd never accept it. And it just like, there's something very appealing to me about that. And so I wanted Chachu to be that kind of character who's like very much performing this like image of masculinity and certainty in adulthood that he grew up with those like old movies. But Layla, who is the main character, and like the whole story's from her perspective. And I thought it was really interesting to have like a noir story, but narrated by like a 19-year-old brown girl.
Smart.
Who can see right through the man and the myth. Like she sees those two guys very clearly, and it only makes it more appealing for her to kind of poke at him. And it just, he's a case study for her. So going from like idealizing him, and he's like this hardcore cool detective who has this Hollywood wife, lives in California, only to realize he feels like a fraud in his own body. He's kind of like encapsulation of my imposter syndrome too. So like, just what do you do when you like are living a life that you never feel like you earned, and how do you maintain your autonomy through that? Can you like, if you feel like a fraud all the time, like where do you feel liberation and like all those nice things about life? And so Layla kind of teaches him and helps him reconnect with his youth, while he kind of teaches her that adulthood's a load of shit. Yeah.
That's incredible. I mean, Tiny Onion's like the perfect place to help like nurture a new writer in a story like this.
It's so powerless as a writer and a creator who like genuinely cares about these stories, and like as someone who grew up in the Marvel fandom at like its peak, and being able to like go frame by frame of every trailer and knowing that like each thing was intentional, even if it wasn't on Marvel's end, it felt intentional to us. We were making meaning out of it. And then sometimes seeing how, these things get made, I'm like, oh, the fans do a lot of heavy lifting, adding meaning to every coffee cup in the shot, And it just made me appreciate fan culture so much more, being kind of outside of it now, while still being a part of the same Reddit forums I've been a part of for the last 10 years, So yeah.
Are you excited about Spider Noir?
I am. I haven't read those comics.
Yeah.
So I've only seen what was in the Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah. I think there's a new run out right now.
There was. I forget who
did it?
just wrote it.
I forget, but I think it just...
It involves Gwen Stacy, if I don't remember.
Yeah. I'm cautiously optimistic about the show.
I mean, I love that aesthetic.
Yeah.
Again, like it's just cool.
Yeah, yeah. And they're releasing it in like color also.
Oh.
There's a black and white version.
So Spider,
and there's like a
not
hyper
noir.
Yeah. But I think it's like hyper stylized color. Like how they did Werewolves by Night.
Yeah.
Where it was black and white, and then there was like a super color version. I don't know. I'm excited about that.
I'm excited.
This new series was written by Eric Larson, and
Oh.
and the
what did Eric Larson do?
Eric's been writing on like Spider-Man, Wolverine.
I definitely have his name on my shelf. I just can't.
He's done some Hulk. He's like a late 90s into
interesting.
the 2000s.
Spider-Man's like my favorite character.
Is that the book that kind of got you into
I mean, well, I'm older, right? But like
I thought we were 18 and
well, we are the same age, I think, technically, but no, but back at like my big thing was like X-Men in the 90s, which is what everyone says, I'm sure. But I was also really big into Spawn.
Yeah.
Which Spawn is actually having a new come up because Matthew Rosenberg is taking over as the writer.
Cool.
Which is going to be cool. I'm excited about that.
Spawn's a great character.
Yeah, so crazy. If you go back, so we have a book club here, a Spawn book club, which I started out of like a joke, as most things do around here.
That's how it spawned.
And we have been reading through the compendiums, but that first like 50 issues is so dense because Todd McFarlane wrote everything, and it just goes on and on and on, and it's like, is a lot. Is a lot. Comics aren't like that anymore.
No, but I miss that. Like, I want like an ongoing that I can follow for 500 issues.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely few and far between now, for sure.
They don't do that.
I mean, Exquisite Corpses.
Well, yes.
Technically, it's going to be ongoing.
They never die.
They will probably never.
All those corpses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else can we talk about? I was gonna say back to the MCU, the new Spider-Man, which that's why I was saying I love Spider-Man. I love the fandom around the new trailer where people are so excited about like the representation of old covers. So it feels like we're getting back to the fans a little bit more. Things are swinging back in that direction. Are you as excited as we are? For
I'm
that kind of
so
stuff?
excited. I'm still very much like same level of energy. I mean, I haven't been able to commit as much time to the fandom as I would have when I was 14,
Yeah.
but like the excitement's always there and I don't think it's ever going to die. If anything, it's only been more amplified because I now know the people who've made it
Yeah.
and they love what they do so much.
Yeah.
Maybe they can't always control the outcome, but they put their whole hearts into it.
And it makes it special for you in a different sort of way, but just
Yeah.
as important as like the fans, I
Yeah.
feel like.
Genuinely. It's like back to Endgame. Like being a Marvel fan during Infinity War Endgame is
Yeah.
probably the most rewarding experience that I may ever have.
Yeah.
You know, like watching those movies for 10 years and then to be so gifted by a film
Yeah.
for being a fan, for like reading comics and knowing what cheeseburgers meant. Like it was just all the Easter eggs in this films were very earned.
Infinity War was so good.
So good.
It was so good. I remember seeing it like 3 or 4 times in the movie theater, which
Yeah.
I never do. I'm like a one and done kind of guy, but
Yeah.
that movie we saw a bunch of times.
Same.
It was great.
I watched Endgame maybe like 5 times in theaters because I
Wow.
did not want to ever see it in any other format.
Yeah.
And so I just kept going back and I kept crying every single time.
Yeah.
It's so special. I remember like the first time I watched it, my head was getting so hot when like Tony Stark finally got the Infinity Gauntlet and my mother was sitting next to me and Tony Stark starts going, and I am, and my mom goes, Iron Man, right before he said it. I was livid. I'm like, everybody knew he was going to say it. You didn't have to complete the line. I was like in tears, dying. And then my mom like cut through all of that just by saying Iron Man a millisecond before he did. I was so mad.
That's hilarious.
It took me ages to forgive her. But yeah, it's just like that. I don't think I can ever have that experience in a theater ever again.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here today.
This was so
and
easy. Has it
popping
already
in.
been? Oh my
It's
God.
been an hour.
How have we been talking for so long?
See, casual. I told you, we're
Super
just going to
easy.
ride it out, see what
Yeah.
happens. You know?
Love it.
Is there anything you want to plug other than, I mean, we talked about the book. We talked about, there's probably a bunch of stuff you can't talk about to plug. I'm sure we'll see more of you soon.
Can't talk about anything. Comic comes out, Chachu comes out August 5th, I
Yep.
believe.
And you can pre-order it from us. You can pre-order it from whoever. It's going to be a whole
Yes.
thing. And, you know, hopefully we'll get you here to do a signing for the book at some point. I know you're going to be
Yeah.
out of town for the launch, but, you know,
Yes.
whatever.
I
we'll get
got to
you
prioritize my hometown.
here.
You know,
Yeah.
they did so much for me.
Well, absolutely, for sure. But if you
LA
ever
can wait.
you can come here. We'll give you a place to stay, and it'll be great.
Amazing.
Well, thank you again, Iman Vellani, writer, actress, queen of the nerds.
Yeah.
Queen nerd, I should say.
Ooh.
That's our show, our little one shot. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye bye.
Thank you.